I think we should just go on with a live session today. And welcome to the first session. Actually, we had a session this morning as well, Danish time. And but this is the first session we make. And it'll be saved on YouTube, so you can also send the link afterwards to some of your colleagues. You can also hear that we have some seagulls here, or hear it at least. We hope that all the technical stuff works. First round it worked okay, and so hopefully it'll work this time as well. And today we will talk about the GREIT stack storage. What is a GREIT stack storage? It's an automatic buffer for stacked items, and it could be so stacked textile items like towels, like here. It could be larger towels like we have here. It could also be more linen type, like duvet covers or sheets. But it could also be uniforms, stacked uniforms, or heavy workwear. So all kind of stacks you can put into the system. But and what would be the benefits of a system like this? It is to centralize your packing area, to give you a better control over your inventory, and also make sure that you get the right articles to the right customers. It gives you a better hygiene because you have fewer touches of the linen, of the clean linen, and it improves the ergonomic and the working environment for the operators. First of all, we will do a quick run of the system that we are standing in front of here, and then we will dig into the more technical details at the end of the session. My name is Matt Andresen. I'm the CEO and founder of Invatec, and here by my side we have Kasper.
Hello and welcome everybody. Yes, I'm Kasper Simonsen. I'm a project manager here at Invatec. I'm also the project manager for this system, the GREIT system for a company in Germany called Rfid Reader. We have set it up now and we will deliver it to the customer in a few weeks.
Yeah, Rfid Reader in Burgau in the southern part of Germany, close to Munich. It's a healthcare laundry, and so they have a lot of different SKUs, a lot of different articles in that they deliver out to primarily smaller hospitals and elderly homes. But they have a lot of pool articles, and around 20% of their high runners, the high volume products, they cover around 80% of the production. Then they of course have a lot of special products to the different customers, but 20 of the high runners they plan to put into this system. And I think, no, this morning at the show we actually had the family fry online, and so they saw the system for the first time. And as Kasper said, we will install it in June. So then it will run in end of June. It'll be running in the laundry down at Frei. Mm-hmm. Frei is first mover in Germany for a system like this, and it's the second installation in Europe of a kind like this. What is actually the problem that Frei in Germany will solve with a system like this?
Is that today they have many manual processes to get the stacks out to the customers, and with this new system we will automate that process, and it will ensure that the quality of what they deliver to the customer, and also they will also the right articles or the right SKUs goes to the right customers. So one of the benefits for automate this processes by handling all these packing orders is that it goes out automatically, so the operators will need to be less trained for knowing the difference on the different stacks. Yeah, so let's look at the system. Now we hear that one of the conveyor just started, so it's ready to run. So let's start at the inlet, and then I will go to the in-feed station, and Mads will show how and tell a little bit about the inlet conveyors.
Of course. Yeah, I will move over here, and at Frei we have planned the system so they will get the stacks from the ironers. The ironers, imagine they are standing over here, and they produce the articles, and then the operators behind the ironers, they will place the stacks on the conveyor here. So they are not automatically transferred to the system, because that's the way we have planned the system. We will go into details about it later, of course you can also do this automatically, but for this laundry it makes sense to do it this way. You should imagine that up here we have some big TV screens that show the demand based on the packing lists that we should pack the next hour or the next 2 or 3 hours. So we will see the demand on the TV screen, and we also have a TV screen over behind in front of the ironers. So the cart jockey in front of the ironers, they can produce the items that is needed on the tours. So that way they produce the right items. They put the SKUs on the conveyor here, and then they move forward over to the station where we have Casper standing. Yep. So I will start it by triggering the photo eye here.
So now I see that the stacks are coming to me here. And for this test setup we have white stacks and we have green stacks. And on this in-feed screen I can see that the system for the next orders, it needs white stacks and it needs green stacks. So now I will press the white stack tile here on the screen and send the stack into the storage. So the stacks are going to the shuttle via the screw belt, and we will just send in white stacks. As you can see here, now we have a green stack. Then I choose the green on the screen and puts it into the storage. It will just run for as long as you put in stacks. But now I see that we have enough stacks to start an order in the other end, so I think that we should go and have a look at the other end.
Before we move, I have a question, because now you're typing on the screen. This could be done automatically as well.
Yeah, it could.
So if you have had RFID, this could also be done by RFID.
We have systems where we read the RFID in the linen, and by that we can also see in a stack if there is different articles in it. So if a stack with different articles comes and it's not supposed to be mixed, we can reject it. So it's not going out to the storage and out to the customer. So that's also a way of saving some misunderstandings. We can also use barcodes. We have also a system where we use barcodes. So instead of pushing here, pressing the buttons here, you can just have a barcode on top of the stack, and the barcode reader will read it, and it will automatically go into the storage with the right type. So.
All right. So now we need to move the whole setup with the camera and PC and everything down to the other end that we see down there. So in the meantime, we would like to show a video from another installation we have made, and then I'll explain a bit about that system as well. And this installation is, some of you might have visited this laundry. It's from Norway. It's a Nortextil in Oslo. And you see it here. You see the stacks are coming from the ironer lines. They are transferred automatically from the folding machines, and then we get the stack information we get from the folding machines. So we do the track and trace on the conveyor belt that you see here, and then they're pushed into the right storage area, and then we store them into the storage system. And then we have what we call the supermarket model, meaning that we have the the stacks are always coming out on this table you see here. We always have the duvet cover here, the queen size here, the king size here, and then they can do the packing. In this laundry, they do the packing based on paper packing slips, and then they pack the carts based on that. And this laundry that we just saw on the video, that's it's a hospitality laundry, and so they have fewer SKUs than normally we would see in a healthcare laundry. And so now we are back on the Frei system. So now we are down in the other end. Before we were standing down here. So now we are on the packing side on the outlet side of the system. And what you see here is you see the 7 layers. So that's the 7 layers. Up here we have the last layer, and we have 2 versions. We have the 7 layer and we have the 8 layer. And the reason for having 7 and 8 layers is because with 7 layers, the height here is higher, meaning that we can have higher stacks in the 7 layer. So the height is something that we should talk about if you need a system like this. And you see the stacks are placed in here on the shelves, but the shelves are actually conveyor belts. And so I'll place the green stack here again. At Frei we have 2 storage banks. This one is 7 layers, and on the other side we have an 8 layer. And the 8 layer one is because we need to fit in the 8 layer and in the same height, we can have less high stacks in that one. But still we can fit in most stacks in this system. Then a question we often get here in this part of the system is that it is a so-called LIFO system, meaning that we get last in, first out. So when I go the stack farthest away, that will be the last one we get out. And often people ask, but then you get very old stacks standing there all day long. But that's actually not what we see in reality. We timestamp every stack, so we know exactly how long time is it allowed to stay in here. We can either rotate them, but in reality we see that stacks are rotating so fast that they're only in the system like 1 hour, 2 hours, or maybe a day. But we can keep track on that. Good. So I think let's move the camera one more time, and we move it over to Kasper. Yep. That is in front of the outlet station or the packing table.
Yes. Now we are standing in front of the packing station. As you can see, we already have done an order over here. So that was the previous order. And for the stacks I just fed in, it tells me on the infeed screen that now you don't have, now the system don't need any more stacks to produce the next order. So this was the previous orders. This was just 9 white stacks. That was fine. And I can now activate the order on this side. So I will do this, and then I think that we should move the camera so you can see how the shuttle delivers the stacks out to the packing area here. So it will bring the stacks out. For this order I can see that we wanted 3 green stacks and 9 white stacks. Normally as an operator I would just start taking the stacks away, but let's wait till it has filled up the whole packing area here. Then we can look at how this shuttle will continue to feed the stacks. So as an operator I would take the stack, and then the stack will just keep coming to me like like this. So you will always have stacks on the table to put into the customer's trolley. Yes, now I think that we should have Mads in again and into the picture. There he is.
Yeah, hello. Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay, so I have a few questions about this.
Yes.
Because you said that over here, that's one order, and over here, that's another order. So can you explain a bit about that? How does that work?
Yeah, if we continue to take out stacks here, then the order will be finished in one stack, and it would start automatically to deliver to the other side. In that way, we will always have stacks, so the operator will always have stacks to put into the customer's trolley.
Yeah. Okay. So, but how does the system know that this order needs to be packed now, and how do we get that information?
Yeah. We get that from the IT system on the laundry, at the laundry. So in this case, we will receive a packing list in the morning, and then from that packing list, we have all the packing orders. We look down in the packing orders to see what do we have in the storage and what can we fully pack from that list. So at Frei specific, it's from SOCOM Ticos. We have an interface with them, and they deliver the packing orders for us.
Okay, so we get all the orders in the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
And then we see what is in the storage and if we can pack it. So what if we don't have the item in the storage? What do they do then?
Yeah, it's a little different from laundry to laundry. It's not. We can do many things from what the customers want, but at this system we will always have the articles in the storage, because in this system we are dedicating every line to a piece of to a specific article.
So it's also because it's pool linen.
Yeah, it's also because it's pool linen. So we will have the articles in the storage. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
And of course we can interface with the other IT systems as well. We do that in many other laundries as well also.
Now you mentioned that here we interface to SOCOM Ticos, and I think today we have a lot of people from North America that not necessarily know SOCOM. It's a European ERP system for laundry. Yeah. But I guess this could be any other system that can send us this order packing information.
Linen Master or something.
Linen Master, yeah.
Yeah.
Or ABS or
ABS, yeah.
Yeah.
So
good. We will now move the camera a bit. This pack out at Frei. When we saw the video, so actually this pack out table, it looks like what we saw in the video, and I was mentioning this is the supermarket model.
Yeah.
So it might be a bit confusing. So this is what we call automatic pack out.
Yes.
And can you explain if this should be supermarket model, what would be the difference?
The difference will be that here we automatically delivers for an order, and in the supermarket module we dedicate a line on the packing station to be a specific type of article or SKU.
Okay, so this will always you will have duvet covers here. You will always have pillowcases here.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can also set them up so you can have different customers, even though it's a supermarket model.
Yeah, and you can also, in cases where you need more lanes, you can have 2 or 3 layers of the packing station here.
Yeah.
So.
All right. And in a future live session, we will show we are building right now another system for Japan, and there we have a more dedicated pack out station where you get the stacks out in one line, and you just need to put them to. So that'll be, we guess, end of June. we will have this system ready for a live session.
Yeah.
A question I always get when I visit laundries is, what would be the storage capacity? So if we look at this system, what would be the storage capacity?
Yeah, for Fry we have 2 modules of 12 meters each.
Yeah, so 12 meter, that will be something like
The
35 foot.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And we have 29 storage conveyors, so in meters it's 350 meters of
that'll be around 1,000 feet.
Okay, 1,000 feet. And for that we can have around 850 stacks. And that's the same in US.
Yeah, that'll be the same. And this depends on the size of the stacks. So if you have big stacks, you will have fewer because it's actually the linear feet, how many linear feet we have that limits how many stacks we can have. Yeah. If I should compare it to the video where we saw from Nordic Steel in Oslo, where we have 4 shuttles. Here in the Fry system, Fry is a smaller system with only 1 shuttle. In Oslo we have 4 shuttles, meaning we can go faster, but we also have more storage capacity. We have 1,000 meter, 1 kilometer, and that translates to around 3,500 linear feet of storage. And it'll be something like 3,000 stacks, something like that. And then I also mentioned now shuttles. So here we have 1 shuttle. Yeah. And in Oslo we have 4 shuttles. Yeah. What does it mean to have 1 shuttle? Capacity-wise, I mean performance-wise.
Yeah, it means that you can take 250 stacks in and 250 stacks out. Of course, if it's coming directly from the pass-through, you can deliver 500 stacks per hour out to the packing stations. Yeah,
so the robotic shuttle can handle 500 stacks. Yeah. But the same shuttle is handling the inlet and the outlet. Yeah. So if you're doing inlet and outlet, you can do 250 in and 250 out at the same time in 1 hour. Yeah. Yeah. But if you only do out, you can do 500.
Yeah. 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 Precise.
Good. But how many different articles or SKUs can you place in a system like Fry here?
Yeah, for Fry specific, it's because it's pool. We dedicate each conveyor, storage conveyor, to a specific SKU or article. So for this system, we have 29 storage conveyors, and that can be more, and that could be less. And we can also dedicate storage conveyors to the same. As 2 storage conveyors to the same article if you have a high runner, for example.
Yeah. Okay. Again, if I compare it to Oslo, we would have something like 80 or 100 storage conveyors, meaning we could theoretically have 100 different articles. Yeah. But as I said, it's a hospitality plant, so they have fewer articles, fewer. So they just fill in more of the same articles to the different. So they just utilize the many storage conveyors to storage capacity instead. Yeah. So it is a very flexible system that way. I think we can also show a picture of a system we will deliver in North Carolina this year. It's also for a healthcare system, and this is a system where the stacks are with RFID. I think you're also project manager for this project, so maybe you can explain shortly about we get the RFID and
we have on the inlet we have an RFID reader, so the stacks are automatically coming from the N-way and to the RFID reader, and then we decide where the customer decides where we should place the different stacks of SKUs. So we read the chip and automatically bring it to the correct storage. Yeah. And as you see in the picture, there is a little difference between the left side and the right side, and that's because the high runners are going to the right side. So it's a big flowway where we have 4 different SKUs just coming out to the operator. Yes.
Yeah.
But yes, Mads, can you tell us what is the main benefits of a GREIT system?
I mentioned a bit in the beginning as well, but it's for me personally, it is that you have a centralized and more ergonomic workspace for your operator. So this will be a place where you work. So we get the stuff you need, the goods you need to pack. We get it to the operators. Instead of the operators, they need to walk around with carts in the laundry, and in different working environments. And sometimes you need to work here, and sometimes you would need to work here. So here we have the same height all the time. You can make a nice place with a PC and a screen, and that's also what I see in the laundries we already installed. That the operators are more happy because they can be more efficient as well. And of course, for the laundry owner, this gives more efficiency because you can make the working environment very good. And of course, it gives you a large inventory buffer that use less space in your production, less footprint. You can also use less trained or less skilled operators because you can automate the part. You can get the packing list directly from your IT systems, and you don't need to know where to search in the laundry for this particular item. So this is also a big benefit. Of course, it's less labor intensive, so you'll have a return on investment on the system. But I would also mention something like the hygiene, because you have fewer touches of the linen, fewer human touches, gives a better hygiene, especially in healthcare. More and more, I would say, in hospitality, it's getting more and more with the hygiene part. So I would say that will be what I can come up with.
And also the quality of what goes out to the customer, you are 100% sure that it's the right articles that go out.
You're completely right on that one. Yeah.
So the name GREIT, where did it come from? How do you pronounce the GREIT?
I would, to be honest, I don't know who is actually stealing word from each other here, because GREIT and GREAT, it's kind of the same thing. But GREIT is coming from Norway. You pronounce it GREIT, or if you're a real Norwegian, it's more like GREIT. But we allow you to say GREIT, like a bit like great. But it's from Norway because the first system we made it in a close collaboration with Nortextil, a Norwegian laundry. And one of the owners, Ove, he was on earlier this morning, but he told us that this is a very great system. So that's why we dedicated the name to Norway and to Nortextil.
So this is a great system.
It is a great system, or a GREIT system, as we say.
That's great. But also, it seems like a big investment. Can you tell us a little bit about the financials and
Of course, it's a big investment because, as you know, we have the brightest engineers here at Invatec. So, of course, it's an investment. But it's a very modular system. And we can fit it together in different ways, and I would more talk about the payback time of it, or the return on investment on it. And every time we try to fit it in, we see that there's a pretty good return on investment, because you get your process in the laundry better, you save labor, and the labor you have is more efficient. So there is a very good payback on this, and meaning, of course, it is an investment, but it is a good investment. So I would say.
Okay. Yes.
I don't know if we have got any questions.
Yes, we actually do. Can we also store stacked washcloths in the system?
Can we have a question? Can we store stacked washcloths in the system?
We can do that. Of course, the stack needs to hold itself. It needs to be able to be transported on a conveyor. So if you have an unstable stack, maybe you should strap it on or something. So, but yes, you can take in whatever fits in the conveyor width and the conveyor the height of the conveyor storage.
Okay, but I see here that these items are not strapped. So meaning you don't need a strap, but you could have a strap. Or
this is a regular stack. It can hold itself. It can be transported on a conveyor, so that don't need a strap. No.
But it's okay to have a strap.
Yeah, it's okay, but you don't need it for this type of stacks.
Yeah. All right. What about if I had a box of beer? Could you put that into the system?
Definitely, you can do that, and yes, we should try that one day.
We should try
at
that.
A party maybe.
Yeah.
So,
that was a good idea.
yeah, that was a good idea. Yes.
Do we have more questions?
Yes, it's regarding safety.
Safety. All right. Yeah, I see this big cage around.
Yeah.
Can you talk a bit about the safety?
Yeah, this shuttle is the dangerous part of the system. So it's in a case. Yes, we have fences all around, and we have fences on top of the packing station and underneath the packing table. And for maintenance, we have a door we can access over here. And if you open that door, the emergency stop system will enable, and you can walk in and be safe inside. And of course, there is a safety that you cannot close the door it cannot close itself. So yes, but safety is one of our. We design after safety, so safety comes first here.
I will say that as one of the owners of Invatec, safety is, for me personally, extremely important. We don't want people to get hurt in one of our machines. So this is very, very high on our agenda. So when we start up a new development project, it is important that we design the safety in the machine from the beginning. Definitely. But we don't want bullshit safety. We want safety, so it's still a nice machine to work with. So we don't want it to be a bad machine because of the safety. So yeah. Do we have more questions?
Yes. How is the installation time on a system like this?
The question is, what is the installation time for a system like this? So if you say this system for Germany, what would you say? We
set up a system like this in 2 weeks, from when it arrives at the laundry to it runs full production. It is very modular, and because we are setting up every conveyor here at the workshop and test it, and then when it arrives to the laundry, we roll it in and we connect it, and it starts running in a very short time period. So
we saw previously we saw a picture of a system to North America. Yeah. And I think we need to put it into a container then. Is it prepared for that?
Yeah. All the modules, all the storage modules, all the shuttles and everything is prepared for a 40 high cube standard container. So yeah.
Good. Questions?
Another one about visiting a system when traveling is possible again.
Yeah, when traveling is possible again, where can we visit, or where can you visit a system like this? I guess some of you have already been in Norway, in Oslo. Very, very nice laundry. It's a complete new laundry, and it's a very, very nice looking laundry. And we have a very big system there, one of the first systems we made. And that's possible here in Europe. The system here will be installed in June. So in July or August, if it's possible to travel, you'll be able to visit this one as well. But we will also have some installations in North America soon, end of this year, definitely. And we will also soon have installations in Japan. So, but contact us, Invatec, or contact your local Jensen sales guy, then we can find out where to find a laundry close to you.
Yes.
And then there's something about support, service, contact persons.
Support and service.
Yeah.
Could you explain a bit about that?
I can take that. I am taking a lot of these calls from our customers. So first, the customer contact the Jensen service center, and if they cannot solve the problem, they call us, and we have remote access to almost every machine that we have delivered. So we can log on to the system and see what is going on and monitor it from here in Odense. So our programmer can log on and help if there is a problem or something that we can solve from here. So often we solve it from here, and yeah, that's a very good way to do service for the systems.
And what about spare parts? Does it ever break down, or you don't need spare parts? Or?
No, it does never break down, yes. So,
I'm happy to hear that.
Yes, we have a very high focus on using the same products for all of our machines. So it's the same photocell, it's the same sensor, it's the same wheel, it's the same everything, the same PLC, and yeah. So for motors, gear, and everything, you only need to have one of each part, because it's the same that goes on to, for example, here we have a lot of motors, but it's the same motor and the same gear, so you only need one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also for North America, Jensen would stock a lot of these parts. Of course, they don't stock everything, but we have a history of what is the common problem, and it is something like frequency inverters. It could be photo eyes and some motors, and because we don't have so many, such a big variety, it's easy to have a local stock also of parts.
Yeah, right now 95-96% of our frequency inverters are two different types. So
so that makes it pretty easy.
So that's something that we look very much into.
It looks like that was the questions for today. I also saw a hi from an old friend on the list. So welcome. And I would just wrap up and say that if you have any further questions, contact either us on the mail at invatech.dk you see on the screen right now, or contact your local sales guy, Jensen sales guy. And we are keen on doing this again. The setup with the live expert session like we did here. We have quite some interesting machines in the workshop right now. So tune in on our LinkedIn page or on our newsletter, and then hopefully we'll see each other soon again. Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for watching.